Doo-doo-doo. Hey, we are live here for 16 seconds already, and we are live in Instagram over here. Let me see, yeah, 4 seconds. Outstanding. We're going to be trying something completely new today. New technology and new softwares, and we're going to see if we can multitask. Let's see how this goes. So, listen, if you're here, you just grab a seat and be front row. If we do good, you're going to be able to tell everybody Ruben knocked it out of the park. If we crash and burn, you're going to be right there. Make sure you got your phones out, you're recording it, because whatever happens is going to happen. It's going to happen here live. Okay, so we're live in like 5 different destinations right now. And Instagram is over here, and over here I got YouTube and LinkedIn and 2 different places in Facebook. So this is really cool. So we do it live every day. Today was supposed to be day 4. I'm taking my watch before it starts clanking on the glass table here. And so we decided that today, instead of doing our daily live, we have a challenge going on, and we're just going to transmit the challenge live to everybody. Now, what I'm going to do with Instagram, and I hope that you guys keep me on my toes, because this is the phone and this is the camera. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the image when I get to the presentation. And let me see, you guys can see me. Let me go my controls here. Okay, perfect. So you guys can see me. So we have a couple cameras going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch cameras. We're going to have the presentation, and then the people on Instagram, I'm going to flip the phone so you guys can see the presentation on the monitor that is directly in front of me. Actually, I got 2 monitors in front of me. So the presentation monitor is right below the camera. You guys can't see it, but the people on Instagram will be able to see it, and they'll be able to see the presentation. So let's get to it. Outstanding. So this is day number 1 of our challenge. So perfect. You got to see the screen. Now, you guys got to tell me something, and I may have to I can't use my phone, but I got to use my other computer, because I see the image backwards, and that's bothering me, because I really don't know if you all are seeing it backwards, or if it's just the way my system is doing it. So I'm going to log into Facebook over here, and hello there. We got a couple of people that are signing up, and Instagram. Awesome. You get here for a great presentation. Actually, we're going to do day 1 of our challenge live. We're going to release this to the entire world. I'm actually going to flip the phone so you guys can see the monitor that's in front of me, so you guys can see the same thing that everybody that is over here in Zoom and in YouTube and LinkedIn and inside my group. So let me go to the group and make sure that the image is correct, that I am live in the group. All right, isn't that cool? Yes. No, wait, is that it? 2 minutes ago. Yes. All right, perfect. So you guys can see it correctly. Yes. I'm excited about that, because I see it backwards over here. So I don't know why that is, but just okay. I'm just not going to focus on that. I'm just going to leave that up here to where I know what you guys are seeing. Outstanding. So let me flip you guys. So I'm not going to flip you. I'm just going to flip my phone so you guys can see the screen right over here. So let me see. Oh, flip. All right, perfect. All right, there we are. Day 1. Woohoo! All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Flip it. Master Leadership says, flip it, flip it. All right, so it's been flipped. So it's day 1. Master the framework. All right, so a couple of things we're going to do. Let me bring the camera back to me, because in Instagram. Okay, so we're going to be using that presentation that's right below one of the cameras. You guys are going to see the PowerPoint there, and then I'm also going to be using the whiteboard. There's one portion of this presentation that's going to be the whiteboard. I actually rather use the whiteboard than any kind of presentation ever, but the presentations kind of help me slow down. They help me stay a little bit more organized on my thoughts than when I just get on the whiteboard, even though you guys get to see some of the action on the whiteboard today too. I actually love that, because it's more me, it's more spontaneous, and I'm able to deliver more of my content. But let's go. Master the framework. All right. So this is the book. And all of you, if you haven't gotten a copy of the book yet, let me know. We'll send it via email. Actually, if you go to rebootyoureconomy.com/book, you get to the page. You get to just give me your name and email address, and I'm going to send you a digital copy immediately. There's no cost to it, no shipping, none of that stuff. You just tell me where to send it to, and I'll send it to you. All right. So for those of you who are looking at me, switch cameras over here so you guys can see more of me. So for those of you who are in LinkedIn and in Facebook and all the different other places and YouTube. Okay, if you need a copy of the book, just go to rebootyoureconomy.com/book, and you can just get a free copy. Just tell me where to send it to. It's a digital copy. You're gonna get it, and we're gonna be using some of that through the challenge this week. So awesome. So let's get to it. How do we? Can I have the book, please? Yes, the book, and it's a link. So I'm asking for the book. Yeah, just go to rebootyoureconomy.com/book. And that way you get the link for it. But if you stay right here, I'll come back to the chat and later on, and I'll make sure that you guys get a copy. Okay. So anyhow, so there's just gotta tell me where to send it to. All right, so here we go. Instagram, you get to see the monitor day one, and everybody else over here does too. We just switch cameras. Perfect. There we go. The presentation. I love multitasking. All right, so let me go back over here. So we are in day one, master the framework. That's exactly what we're going to be covering today. Let me see. Congratulations, you made it to day number one. Okay, of the master the framework. So yesterday we had the pre-challenge, and so basically what we're going to do is we're going to recap a little bit of what we covered yesterday. And pre-challenge, for those of you who are not there, actually, because we did that inside the group. Since this is live all over the place, you guys did not see it. But let's talk about that. Whew. All right. So one of the things that we did is we went through, we talked about groups and points. We talked about the introducing yourself video, how you get points for that, and then what to expect this week. Day one is master the framework. That is today. Day two is what to sell. Day number three is who to sell it to. Who is your ideal client? Day number four is your message. How important is your message? We're going to see that here in a little bit too. Day number five is how to make the entire process. And then your first task is to do the homework for day number one. All right, so perfect. So let's talk about the introduction of the video. Introduce yourself. Okay, basically here what we're going to do is we're just going to create a video and introduce ourselves. We got a couple of people in the group already did it. I am so ecstatic and I'm happy to see that, because that means that you're taking action. You believe in yourself and you're taking action, because success is nothing more than taking small steps. Sometimes our steps are not going to be perfect. Sometimes we're going to fall. We're going to fail along the way. And we need to do that in order to have success. So let's talk about that. Here we go. So I want you to introduce yourself in this video. If you want to do two different videos and for testimonials, we're going to show you how to do that. You get extra points. I'm going to talk about the points next. But here's what I do. What do you do? Who do you serve? What problem do you solve? And what are you looking to get from this challenge? That's what I want you to cover in the video. Basically, what do you do? Who do you do it for? And, how do you solve that problem? That's really, really cool. It's really, really easy. It's really, really simple. There's nothing complicated about that. Okay. So, and then in the group, we have guides. Come on. Don't you love technical issues? There we go. That's, this is on Google. All right. It's perfect. So get your points. All right. So we actually changed the title of the group. So it's going to be a little bit different, but listen, if you go to the guides are your friend. All the posts are in the guides inside the group. If you're not in the group, I'll give you a link at the very end. Actually, just go to Facebook and look for Reboot Your Economy, and you will find the group, and then you can request it to join it. Just make sure that you fill out the questions, and then you will be inside, and I got a special gift to give you when you go there. So here's the thing. We have, Reboot Your Economy, and that is the name of the group. So the guides are your friend. Go to the guides and follow them, because they're going to give you the instructions on how to continue within the group. Now here, what we have is, let me bring this up some more so I don't have to. Okay, so perfect. So we've created some teams for all of you who have joined the group. Isn't that awesome? If you don't see yourself in one of the teams, maybe you kind of registered a little bit late after the teams were created, but you can still participate. That is not a problem. Now, all the people that are in the teams, and here's Jason, Alex, Roberto, Virginia, Paul, Roy, Silva John, Ephraim, Rafael, Rodrigo, Ricardo, Oscar, Mike, there's another Rodrigo. All of you who are here, actually, you received the message, because we don't have team captains yet, so Diana, Edmund, Emundo. Oh, made a mistake there. We got two Emundo Delgados. I think that is Sarhad, Isaac, Eric, Armando, Jennifer, Thomas, uh, Paige, Michael, and yeah, Michael, thank you. You just did that video in the group. That is awesome. Okay, then we have Michael Nelson too. We got Franco, Jared, Brada, and Sixto. All of you are in teams, and you all got a message. If you didn't get the message, there is a pinned post in the group with a link for you to give us some information. If you would like to be the team captain for your team, and basically, Jennifer there too. And basically, what it is, if as the captain, you become the voice for your team, and you can help your team get more points. And I'll talk about how you get points here in just a second, and you get to advance. And we got some very special, cool gifts at the very end. Actually, your whole team can win this, and we can do some things further along. Okay, so here, how to score points. Complete the action task each day to enter the drawing. Basically, at the end of today or tomorrow morning early, we're gonna actually, me and one of my VAs, we're gonna get in there and we're gonna get all the points of everything that you've done. And we'll put them on the spreadsheet, and then we want to share those things for you tomorrow, very first thing. So the first thing, okay, 1 point per team member for each task completed. Winner will be announced like this Friday. Point structure: video introduction in the group, 5 points per individual. That's, we're gonna accumulate those in the group. Okay, so, and if you just use a photo and a text, you get 4 points. It should be less than that, but we're gonna leave it like that. Complete day 1 task, you get 1 point. Complete day 2 tasks, you get 1 point. Complete day 3 tasks, you get 1 point. Name your team before the end of day 1, you get 5 points. Okay, most teams right now just say team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. But if you guys get back to us and you're like, hey, listen, we want our team to be the Eagles. We want our team to be, the Panthers. We want our team to be the, Team Rocks. Then you'll get some extra points for that. Here's some extra entries. If you post a written testimonial in the group, you're going to get 2 points. If you post a video, 1 horizontal and 1 vertical, you get 3 points for each one of those. So those are testimonials. Now, remember, videos cannot have background music. There must be just you. If you want to sing, you can. Make sure it's one of your own songs. Actually, no, no music. Okay, cool, awesome. And guess what the grand prize is? Okay, so first of all, if you as a team win it, your entire team, we're going to get a 1 day, it's a 4-hour private deep dive. Okay, that's valued at $5,000. Now, second place is going to get full. Actually, they should have put that on there first, second, and third. We'll get full vault access to all the programs that we have. And then team number 3, they're going to get access to the audit defense plan, which is a complete program on how, if you have a business, you're running a business, how you can audit proof your business. Oh, that's cool, because over here, when we do the deep dive, we're going to get into the business and the business. It's going to be so cool. Talking about business credit and all that cool stuff. As a matter of fact, I just got an application. I'll show those guys. I'll show that to you guys later on this week and how we do that. But how do we get business credit so we can grow a business? Because there's a different methodology for doing that. All right, so here we go. What I'm about to teach you in the next 5 days will change your business and your life forever if you take action. All right, it's all about taking action. So let's talk about what the coverage is going to be for the next 5 days. I'm so excited to cover this with you guys, and I see that everything looks good. All right, so here we go. Yeah, we're changing screens. Let me see. I don't know why Google's acting so slow. All right, so perfect. So, what to expect each day. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5 of the challenge. Day 1. Today is day 1. Oh, this live challenge includes a deep in-depth training sessions, assignments, Q&As, and feedback sessions. Day number 1, you're going to master the framework, how to not get tripped in the technology. We're going to talk about that. The mistake I see many make, and the pain of inaction. I'm going to talk about that, and because actually, let me bring myself back in camera. One of the important things here is, let me see where right here. All right, perfect. So you guys can see me. Okay, so that's not being. Oh, you guys are being transmissions is seeing me complete. So now let me bring Instagram back to camera, just directly to me. All right, pain of inaction. Let's talk about that. Listen, let me ask you something. What are your economic goals? Whatever your economic goals are, if you're not there, okay, if you're not where you want to be in your weekly or monthly economic goals. And wherever you're at right now, that difference is the cost of inaction. It's that simple. Okay, because I'm going to demonstrate to you today. I'm going to show you some things, not only today, cumulative through the next 5 days, how you can get from where you're at right now to where you want to be. Okay, because not being there is exactly what you're losing. But not having it, you're losing it. So that is the cost of inaction. We got a little formula and stuff like that I can give you. You're going to get that in the workbook. The workbook comes out on Wednesday, and because a couple of things that we want to cover first, and then on Wednesday we're going to get really serious in deep into this whole thing. So basically, we're going to work out. You're going to know exactly what your cost of inaction is. And you're going to have a little contract that we're going to do on Wednesday. I mean, you can do it by yourself, okay, but it's between you and yourself. You want to share it in the group, you get some extra points for that. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. But things where you want to be economically and where you're at now, the difference between the two, that's the cost of not doing the right things at the right time. And we're going to talk about that. So I'm back over here. So let's get back to our presentation. There you go. Woohoo. Oh, I love this dynamic stuff. So perfect. So so we're back here too. All right, perfect. So now you guys are seeing that. Let me go back over here to the group, make sure that the transmission is still live and doing good. All right, perfect. So we're back to data. So, and then we go and how items, marketing, direct use of the value ladder, build and scale it upwards. I love that. We're going to do that on the board. I love doing that and showing it. So here's the other thing. Okay, day number 2, what to sell, getting clear on the deliverables and the outcomes. That's going to be tomorrow, making the inventory. We're going to start that tonight as the homework, and then tomorrow we're going to work through it some more. Get clear, real clear on your deliverables and the outcomes that you deliver to your client. Discover what may be blocking you from achieving the success that you've been trying to get. The results of day number 2 is you will know how to attract and find your ideal client, those who are willing to pay you and work with you. Day number 3, we're going to start summarizing some things. So we're not going to have too many new things in day number 3 because we're going to start adding what we did on day 1 and day 2, and we're going to start putting it all together in day number 3. Then what do we have over here? Let me see. Nailing your message in day number 4. Nailing your refined marketing statement. The 3 key elements of a high-ticket offer, what your high-ticket offer should not include. And I'm going to show you how to create that. And actually, you're going to see a little sample of that here in just a second. And then day number 5, sales secrets of high-ticket offers. The 3 key elements of an offer, what your high-ticket offer should not include. Discover the 5 things that have been blocking you. Those are going to be really, really cool because I'm going to show you a system where you're going to be able to build. See, let's come back over here. Because you're going to build your program today. We're going to master the framework today. And I'm going to show you, how we do it with all our clients, even the ones that are in the book. Okay. And then you're going to be able to do it yourself. So you ready to get going? Oh, this is starting to get good. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's starting to get really, really, really good. All right. So here we go. So there we are. So I work with experts and help them create the framework for their courses and coaching program using a proven and easy to follow methodology. So what do? We work with experts. What do we help them do? Create the framework for their courses and coaching program. Actually, we're going to be doing a little bit more about that. And here's my mission. My mission is to create and deliver a framework to educate experts and professionals that will shorten their path to success, change their lives, and empower them to scale their businesses so they live the life they dreamed of. And in return, they can do the same for their clients with a signature offer, something that is uniquely yours. Now, it used to be said that there are only 3 ways to grow a business: to sell more to your clients, that costs more money, which means you got to run more traffic, raise your prices, or sell to your customers again and again and again, or make that repeatedly. So here's what we do. Here's what we know. There are only 2, not 3. So cheap to get more customers, be stressed out and be less profitable, or work with less customers and make them worth a lot more. What would you rather do? Okay, work with less people and be more profitable, create a greater impact, or work with a whole bunch more people and be frustrated all the time? Let me know in the chat. What would you like to do? Which of the 2 options would you like? I like option number 2. I think that option number 2 is the best option of them all. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. Oh, the truth is 20% of your customers will make 80% of your business. You guys know this. Now, 80% of your customers will keep you poor and stressed out. That is true. But there's a brand new equation to this. Actually, let me bring the camera back to me because I want to share this. Oh, number 1. All right, so here, let me bring the camera back to me because I want to share something with you. Come over here. All right, so we did the 90-second market attraction script. Really? I have to drop it in front of the camera. There we go. We actually created the cheat sheet. Okay, you're going to get this in the workbook on Wednesday. Okay, this is the cheat sheet. It gives you the exact prompts so that you can create a 90-second video script that's going to only attract your ideal clients and repel those that you really don't want to work with. That is part of creating your own refined signature message. And you're going to get that on Wednesday. It comes in the workbook. Now, why is this important? Because Google did the study and they said that 9% of the businesses are doing what the other 91 are not. And they are actually keeping more than 80% of the sales. Okay, so it is important for us to understand that. I'm just giving you a little brief of what's going to happen on Wednesday, and that's when you're going to get the script. It's going to be part of the workbook, and then you'll be able to go from there. So let's get back to our presentation. So here we go. There you go. Woo. Perfect. So I'll get back over here on track. All right, perfect. So serve a better customer. The new business rules: serve a better customer with a bigger problem, and that is the solution aware that the resources and has the resources to pay for what they want. So what happens is this: the truth is, most people feel like they don't have the skills to solve a problem or have the time to deal with it. It does not take long to show them that you can solve the problem if you have a framework and a methodology, a roadmap. Oh, actually, this is kind of funny because I just heard that. I just heard this today. Today, I was actually in another market mastermind earlier and part of a group that I belong to. And there was a person in there that just purchased a 3-day full immersive bootcamp for $40,000. So he said, the only reason, he says, I've invested like this before, and I've been in longer programs about, longer duration programs. This one has a follow-up factor to it. But he said that he actually spent the $40,000 on this one in particular because they had a clear roadmap. They showed him a clear roadmap of what was going to happen. And he said, I had no question because I knew exactly. See, that is so important. That is key. And you're going to see this here in just a second. With my daughters, my daughters go to camp. And during the summer, and we use a map to get there. And it is so cool to have a map because once they have the map and they know how to use it and they know how to tell where we're at, the one thing that we never hear is, are we there yet? How much further we have left to go? Because they know if you have a roadmap, you're going to know exactly where your clients are at any given moment. You know what the action steps are, you know what the deliverables are, and your clients also are going to know how much further they have to go. They are going to know how much further they have to go in order to get the results that they expect to get from your course or your program. That is the key for today's class. Okay, if I want to summarize everything today, is to knowing and understanding that you have a framework and that you must have a methodology in order to be able to deliver the results that your clients are looking for. Okay, so let's back over here. Back on camera. All right, back to the presentation. I love doing this. Kind of tech adverse here. So anyhow, so here's the rest of the presentation. In entrepreneurship refers to the process of identifying a business opportunity and organizing the necessary resources to start and operate a venture. It involves taking risks, being innovative and adaptable, and creating value by offering new or improved products and services in the marketplace. Entrepreneurs are individuals who undertake this process and are willing to bear the associated risks with it. I threw this in here in the prior presentation, and I thought that it was good because sometimes we forget what the meaning is of what we are doing. For example, okay, come on, Google, help me here. For example, and let me make sure that everything else is working right. All right, the truth is, so here we go. All right, 3 questions to ask. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Okay, what struggles have you faced in the past? Sometimes people tell me, Ruben, I am an expert. I went to school, got an education, I have a career, but I really don't know what to do right now. But I need to reboot my economy, and there's something that I can do. I know this about the digital world. I've heard all the stories about how much money can be made in the self-education industry, and yes, there is. So ask yourself these three questions: what struggles have you faced in the past few months or past couple of years that you have solved, or that you are in the process of currently solving? Why is that so important? Because sometimes if you're just currently solving it, that means that you're only two steps ahead, and you are a lot more relational with your clients than somebody that is much further advanced or ahead, unless they have the ability to explain things at a low level. Okay, so now number two, what are you proud of that you have accomplished? Number three, what is the biggest problem that you can solve for the person that has the most resources, finance, or capacity to pay for the solution at hand? Let me share with you the story of Yorgis. Okay, and even though the post is in Spanish, this is how I made $29,000 in only 4 months. What's the struggles that you faced within the past few months or a couple of years? Okay, answering these three questions. Here's the interesting thing. Okay, and let me get back on camera here, because Yurgis came to me, and it's very specific dates that he came to me in October, and we worked from October to December. We worked together. And I remember we ended December 8th because I was taking a plane to go to Colombia on December 10th. So I had a hard cut date for us, our coaching program. So it was 3 months, which is the average coaching program is 3 months. Even though what we have right now is 6 months, because we get a little bit more involved in the business and other things about the business. We'll talk about that on Thursday. So what we did was I showed him he had just come in, he had just come from Cuba. So he's a Cuban national. He just come here. He was here. He'd been here for about a little bit over 10, 11 months when we first met. And he was driving an Uber. He told me, and I asked him why. He says, this is what they told me to do. This is how I discover podcasts. I can hear, things, and I can educate myself. And this is incredible. I never knew that this could be done. So he went ahead and he asked somebody what is the best computer to buy. He bought a Mac. Actually, he bought two Macs, and he came to my house with a Mac. The first time a Mac had ever entered my home. I'm a PC guy, so we had some fun turning it on and trying to figure out how to work it. So now got a whole bunch of Macs now. But here's the point. He learned how to get in front of the camera just like this on the phone, download it to his computer, just cut the beginning and the ends, and just upload the information and offer his expertise. Now, his expertise was that he had just come to the United States a year before, and he had gone through some things that he should not have if he would have had somebody coaching him in the process. And then he decided that, you know what, I am going to stop other immigrants from going through the same thing that I did or making the same mistakes that I did. So he started creating little videos, and people started contacting him, and say, hey, brother, how can I help me? How can you help me? And he said, well, don't make the same mistakes. What I did is I'm going to hold a master class, and, next Saturday, and I'm going to show a couple of you guys, some of the things that I've been doing. And then those of you who want to join my program, I'm going to show you, the step-by-steps inside, behind these doors. And that's how he did. Here's an immigrant that had just been here about 11 months and made his first 4 months, made $30,000 in using this same program that I'm going to be sharing this with you. Not guaranteeing saying that you're going to make the same amount. You're going to make probably if you were here in yesterday's presentation, you saw some of my other clients who have actually made multiples of that in the very first 30 days. Because we're able to structure it and reach more people a lot quicker with all the technologies that we have. But anyhow, so I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was important for you to understand that it is easy. All you got to be is 2 steps ahead in order to be able to explain to somebody else how you can really help them. So let's get back to the screen. Awesome. So here we are. So what do? Okay, the effect of intent-based marketing. This is awesome. Again, I'm just giving you some of the foundations. Wednesday and Thursdays when everything is going to come together. But for right now, I want you to know that you have a lower cost and lower effect per acquisition when you have intent-based marketing. In other words, you're reaching people where they want to be reached with a very specific message. Okay, you're going to convert at a much higher level. Your fulfillment is perfectly tailored to that person. You're going to have higher profits, longer retention, more repeatable business, less churn, which brings you more testimonials and referrals in order to grow. So in basic, And the compound the effect, the summary of the compound effect is that you get to work with less effort, you get better clients, bigger profits, and epic results. So, whew, man, what if I don't have an offer yet? So maybe you're watching this presentation, you joined the group, you know that reboot your economy is something that you want to do, and you're asking yourself, well, Ruben, I don't have an offer yet. Well, here's the thing: start with something you already know or are passionate about. The biggest and more passionate thing will show up when you're ready. When you're starting to look at what you want to do. I mean, listen, I've gone through this on several iterations where I was trying to do something, and then I found myself halfway through. It's kind of like, this is not really what I want to do. This is really not what what I'm passionate about. So I had to change. So stop putting it off and do something. Just get started. Okay, just get started talking about something that you think you're passionate about right now. Maybe you already know that you're passionate about, but I'm going to show you how to do it in a structured way. But here's the thing: choose the biggest problem for the best customer at the best value. All right, so you guys getting ready? You guys ready? Let's start to build your program. All right, listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to make an inventory. Make an inventory. Do you already have an underlying experience with a specific industry? This is where it gets interesting, guys. This is the bread and butter of this presentation right here today. Do you already have an underlying experience with a specific industry? The common belief of people or a problem that they are facing. Do you have inside knowledge in something, even if it is from your friends or family who are in the industry? I had a friend of mine one time say, "Hey, listen, I know a lot about about being a paralegal because my mother's a paralegal, and she brings a lot of work home, and I help her. She pays me, and I help her on weekends to do some of the paperwork." So he had some insights into an industry that not a lot of people do, because he worked with his mom helping her. Okay, so here, pick something you have some relevant experience or exposure to, double down on studying or on a research subject. Actually, there's Ron Mueller. He writes tax books, and he's not an accountant, or he became a tax expert by researching the code, and then he became a reporter of the code. And his book sold every year. I used to get his brand new book, because he summarized everything that he was reading and learning out there. So you can double down and study and research a subject, and give information on that. You don't need customers to find out their problems, what they want, and how to solve it. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. You don't need customers to find out their problems, what they want. See that little symbol right there? That little arrow thing? What is that? That's the logo for a company. One of the things that we can do is that when we have a company, for example, Amazon sells products. People, what is that thing that's right below the product? It's the testimonials and the comments that people make about the product. A lot of times you can look at that information and read their comments, because one of the things is that if you see negative comments, that's telling you what they were expecting and they did not get. That's a pain point in the marketplace. Okay. And then what you do is you make that inventory, and then you create a map. You got to have a map of what it is that you're offering your clients. And this is where we get on the board. All right. Okay. Listen, this is that person right there at the bottom. That is you. Okay, at the very top. Ooh, let me change cameras here. All right, we flip the phone, and we are in Instagram. All right, we are live. Okay, so here, let's talk about this. All right, you saw that drawing on there, right? All right, perfect. So I love doing this. All right, so this is you. Okay, and this is the new version of you. This is you, super happy with the checkered flag because you won, like those right there, because you won. You got there. Awesome. Hey there, Instagram. All right, so you're happy. This is 1.0 version of you, and this is 2.0 version of you. You went through this path to get there. Okay? My wife said to me one time, "Do you realize that you've been growing?" And I said, "Yeah. This is a methodology. This is a framework to create your own course or coaching program? And she goes like, no. She says, it's a system. And I go like, yeah, I know it's a system. She says, you've been doing the S for system for years. And I go like, you know what? I didn't realize that. So thank you, honey. It's a system. Okay. So, okay, what happens? Listen, for you to get from here to there, whatever your experience was, you went through a series of steps to get there. There were stages in your development that you went there. This is key. Understand this. Let's start mapping this out so that you get it. Okay. And you actually, so I can explain it better to you. Now, these are stages, right? This is one stage. This is another stage. And then this is the final stage. So your core program, whether it is you're going to teach a course or you're going to create a coaching program, you need to have stages of development. Your clients, your future clients need to go through these different stages to get there. Now, within those stages, you are going to have steps. Okay. Let's say that in this different stages of development, you have steps. Okay. So now those steps are going to have deliverables. Let's say that each step has 3 things that need to be accomplished before you can move forward. So what's happening is this. When you create your course or coaching program, you're always going to keep in mind the stages of development that your client needs to go through in order to get the goal that they're looking to achieve. Within those, there are going to be steps. Within those steps are going to be deliverables. So your client is always going to know, you're going to give them the map. You're going to explain to them, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do. In week 1, we're going to do this. In week 2, we're going to do this. In week 3, is going to do this. Once we finish week 3, okay, let's put that on here. Okay, so let's say, okay, so let's say that this is week 1. Week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9. By the time you get to week 9, you will have achieved X. Why? Because these are steps with deliverables. So your clients will always know that until they complete the deliverables, that step cannot be checked off and moved on to the next one, because each one of these build on the prior one. But what happens is, and this is what I see happening all the time, is that we tend to add so much in some of these that we end up waterboarding our clients. Our clients feel overwhelmed. So we need to keep it in. There are some things saying, oh, but how about this? How about this? How about that? You know what? Let's take some of those things and save it for the next version, for the next thing that they're going to be doing with you. But right now, we need to make sure that they go through a certain thing so that they get the results that they're looking for. Because if they get the results and they're happy, okay, what's going to happen is they're going to be ecstatic to get your next program and continue their growth. So we have to be very specific on how we take our clients. This is the map, and this is the key for you to be able to create a successful course or coaching program. You got to have a map. You got to have a roadmap to give to your clients. And part of the homework that we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting to do this inventory so we can start flushing some of this stuff out. Okay. And you're going to get that. You're going to get that here this week. It's actually what the book has. Check that out. And the book says 9 steps. 9 steps. Why? Because there are 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I should just read. It says 9 steps. Week 9. Now, this could be months, it could be days. It all depends on what is the goal that your client wants to reach and what is the ultimate promise that you're giving them that they're going to be able to get if they work with you in your course or your program. Okay, so I just want to make sure that, if you guys, you give me some feedback. I got Facebook here. I got YouTube there. I got Instagram here. Give me some feedback. Does this help you understand what it is that we need to do when we want to reach and help our clients get the goals that they want to get? Okay, so we need to be clear on what we're delivering, absolutely clear on what it is that we are delivering. Otherwise, they're going to be lost, and then we're going to be lost. Like, oh, this week, what are we doing this week? Oh yeah, well, let me just get no. You need to know exactly what it is that they're going to be doing in each week. All right, perfect. So let's get back over here because the presentation continues. Actually, the next part of the presentation is really cool. We're going to be talking about the value ladder. Okay, let me just bring that on screen. So we have that. Yeah, there we go. Flip your Instagram so you can see it. So that's what we're talking about. Okay, you got to create that path, or what are the steps? What is that bridge that your clients need to cross? What are the steps that they need to go through? Okay, to get there, right? So now, where it is that we want to find our clients. This is the curve. This is the pricing curve. Okay, let's look at that real quick because the pricing curve is important to understand. And we'll go back to the board. See, I love my whiteboard. I love my whiteboard. Can you guys see that? Yeah, that's right. You can see it. All right, perfect. So let's get back to the whiteboard. Now, let me flip this over. Can't wait to give you one of them electronic ones. I mean, I keep seeing those things and I just absolutely love them. So let me just move it like that. Outstanding. Hello, Instagram. All right. So everybody else. So here we go. So let's talk about the pricing curve and where are your clients? Pricing curve coming up. All right. So like that. That's the pricing curve. All right. At the bottom, we have time. Okay, and then, hey, let's use green. Green, okay? Right, perfect. So this is price. Where are your clients? Listen, in this curve, your clients are in here somewhere. And I'm going to tell you exactly where they're at. There are products out there right now in the marketplace. You can agree with me that there are $27 products, $47. Actually, we got free. You start with free, right? We start with free. Now, what's happening out there is that our clients, they may have had a small problem of some sort. And they say, okay, how can I fix this? Most people, the first thing they're going to do when they hear a problem, they're going to Google it. They're going to search it. If it's something in a home, they might go look at a YouTube video, okay, and say, okay, oh, man, let me try to fix this. And if that doesn't work or it gets them close, it's like a book. The book is not going to give you it's going to give you the information. Let me give you a good example of a book giving you the information. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. How many of you have read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Okay. Hey, probably a couple of times. Actually, I just pulled mine out to look at, and my edition is a 2000. Okay, so my book is 23 years old. Okay, and I read it a couple of times. Now I had to put some tape because some pages are actually starting to fall off. My daughter just read it last year for summer vacation. Okay, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was a book that gave you, it was a mindset book. It opened your mind to the cash flow quadrant by telling a story of a rich dad and a poor dad and how he grew up and what was the advice that he was getting from the two different fathers that he had. It was a mindset book. It wasn't a book about investing. It didn't tell you, hey, listen, this is how you buy houses. It didn't tell you, this is how you start a business. It was a mindset book, but it prepared you for the next book that was the cash flow quadrant. And then some of the other workshops and things that he did where you actually get some of the information, but there was no step-and-step, investment book. Rich Dad was a mindset book. It was just to open your mind to the possibilities that there's a different world out there and there's different advice that you can be getting. So people start with a little video. They may start with a $20 book, a $19 book, and then they say, wow, this is interesting. I want more information. And then they get some more. But listen, what happens is this world of the 27s, the 47s, 97s, 2097, and $497 products, okay? This is a saturated world. Okay? You get in here, you're going to compete with a lot of other people. You have something that's very special in here. You have skills, knowledge, and experience that if you're able to map a path of success to your clients, they are going to get the success that they're actually really looking for. So what's going to happen is this, okay? Your clients have already tried all of this. These are not the clients that you really want. You want the clients that happen to be up here. 2K, 3K, 5K, 10K. These are the clients that have already been through this. Listen, understand this. I want to be clear about this. Your clients have already been through all of this. They don't want no more PDFs. They don't want no more videos. They want somebody to answer their questions. They want a mentor and they want a coach. They've already been through here. Those are the people that if you really want to think about it, this is not the timeline. This is really the pain line. Okay? They're beyond the $27 book. They're beyond the the $297, $497, $997 course. Okay, glorified PDFs, and some maybe 2 to 3 year old videos that they're going to get. They want access to somebody that has the answers. Okay, so here it's all about the access, the phone number. Okay, and they're willing to pay. So this is where your ideal clients are. So when you have a roadmap and you can tell your clients, say, listen, I know exactly where you're at. I can help you get to where you want to go. I'm going to take you by the hand. First of all, they're going to know you. They're going to know what your program is. And they're going to say, okay, I don't have a problem paying a high ticket price because I'm already done with all this crap. Okay, so don't compete in this world. This is the red ocean right here. Okay, don't compete here. This is bloody. Everybody's doing PDFs. This is what the gurus are teaching. You know what happens is when you start building all those huge big funnels with all the email, you're going to get drowned in technology. You're just gonna die. It ain't gonna work. Okay, so don't do that. Don't play in this pool. What you want to do is you want to find the people that actually want the access to somebody who has the answers. That's it. Okay, so that's where you want to be. Woo! Because here, let me show you. Here's the next screen is the value ladder. And then this is how we're going to build the business. Look at that. To here. All right. No, wait. I guess I have done it one time. All right. So here we go. So this is the value ladder. Okay. This is what you want to do. You want to build your business from the top down. All right. Bring the camera back to me. I think this is important. Or actually, I do that. I do this on the board too. Actually, I love it. This is what's going to happen. If you start down here with this lower products, what's going to happen is you're going to spend time building this website and pages, and then you got to have the right copy. Okay, so if you're not sure about the copy, guess what? You're going to have to go buy some copy books or buy a copy course and learn how to do some copy, or hire a copywriter. Extremely expensive. Somebody was just hiring a copywriter for a sales page, and they quoted her $5,000, and that was 2 emails and some copy. And they go like, really? And it said, yeah, it was 3 months to complete the page. Like, okay, 3 months, you can start to do that in 3 months, right? Okay, tell me, can you start to do this in three months if you don't have any sales? Yes. Okay, so what happens is this: by the time that you build a funnel, okay, or your website, and you create the thing that you're going to give to people for free, that they call it, or lead something, a magnet or something like that, the glorified PDF that people are going to download, or the cheat sheet, or the Excel sheet with formulas and all this other stuff. By the time you create this entire ecosystem, it's going to take months. You're going to have to spend a ton of money. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to get all frustrated. You're going to say, yeah, man, I want to sell something. You go, oh, but I'm not ready. My checkout card, my emails, my, the upsells, the downsells. Oh my God, I don't have, something's happening with my card's not working. This is what I'm telling you. Okay. What you got to do is this. You start from the top down. You offer your services to somebody who wants your help. Somebody who's not interested in videos, they're not interested in PDFs, they're not interested in a members area, they're not interested in that. They're interested in the answers that you have for them, the solutions that you have for them. And they're going to say, really, okay, whatever, okay, 3K, that's your program, perfect. What is included? Then you give the roadmap. We just built it. You say, hey, listen, this is what we're going to do. We have 3 phases of growth that we're going to go through. If it is, and tomorrow we'll get into some examples when I get your homework back, and I got some other examples I'm going to add to that. But, say you're in the health niche, so the first thing that you got to do is, make an inventory, detox, and then exercise, and then nutrition, 3 phases right there. And what are the steps or things that you got to do in each one of them? So we go through those. Okay. So basically you can offer your coaching program. You get that. You get a couple of those. What if you get a couple of those at $3,000 in a month? Would that be okay? Would that be okay? A couple of those. And then what happens is this. They come to you. You start giving them results. You're working with them one-on-one. You're helping them. They give you great testimonials. That allows you to get more clients. And then when you get more clients, you use those funds to hire somebody to build the rest of the ecosystem for you. That way you don't get stuck with it. In the meantime, you're still being productive. You're still selling. You're selling high. And then you can hire people to build the rest of the other stuff for you. So I hope that helps. And because that is how we do that. So let me flip it back. And go back to the board. So there we go. That's how you get to see it. That is the value ladder right there. Okay. So we build it downwards and we scale upwards. All right. So let's recap. The goal: work with us customers and make them worth more. 3 questions to ask yourself. Create a list. What struggles have you faced in the past few months or past couple of years that you have solved or that you're currently solving? Remember Jurgis, how he did that. What are you proud of that you have accomplished? What is the biggest problem that you can solve for the person that has the most resources, finances, capacity available to pay for your services? Today's homework for you to put it in the group. Okay, if you don't have access to the group, you can just go to Facebook and look for the Reboot Your Economy Facebook group, and you can join us there. Listen, I want you to make a list. Objections to problems. Take a look at what is it that you like doing? What is it that you do best? Okay, make a list of the problems, the objections, or the problems that you can solve for people, and what will be a solution that you can offer them. It's just simple. Today is just an inventory. Basically, it's an inventory that we're going to do about how you can help people solve their problem. How you can help people, how to solve this problem. Listen, one of the coolest things that we did a long time ago, and we've done so many of these that we've done this for people that are in network marketing and coaches and health coaches and doctors and audiologists. We've done this for a lot of different niches. And if you're in network marketing and you're offering an affiliate products are right here in week 4. Okay, step 4. Okay, this is where affiliate products and MLM fits in. Okay, and step number 4 of your program. So if you have an affiliate product or you have something that you want to give your ideal client, okay, either a course or a coaching program, affiliate products and MLM fit right here. They go in step 4 or week 4, whichever one you want to call it. Okay, and but that's where it goes. Awesome. Just because we've done so many of them. So here's your homework, okay, for today. Put it back on screen, okay? So in the group, you're going to go to the guides, okay? And in the guides, you are going to give us, just open a spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, and write a list of problems or objections that your clients have. And then on the right side, just write what your solutions are. What is it that you're offering to help them with to solve it? That's it. Okay. We're not going to put it in step 1, step 2. No, I just want you to do a brain dump. Right now, it's just all about the brain dump. And then you can go back to the group and post it in the group. Under the guides, go to the guides. Once you're in the group, you go to the guides. Inside the guides, you follow down to homework for day 1, and you put the information on there. Okay. And that way, we get to look at it. You get your points, and you help your team. grow so that we get more points and win for the end of the week. So anyhow, that's what you got. That's the homework for day one. I hope that you guys enjoyed some of this information. If this was helpful to you, give me a comment, and I'd love to hear from you. And that way I can fine tune some of this information to help you better. Those are the questions that we ask the people that are in the group. So some of this information was for the people that are in the group. I'm transmitting this outside of the group. So some of you are getting this, and so you're not in there. So I can't, if I don't know how I can help you, I can't help you. But generically, I'm just going to give you some information to hopefully it'll touch base on what you need help with. So Instagram, thank you for being here. And the rest of you got to see a little bit of what we do in our challenge day one. So stay tuned for day number 2. Depending upon the comments, maybe we'll do it all over the internet again, instead of just inside of a private group. So, but tomorrow is going to get really, really interesting, because tomorrow is, who do we sell it to? Today is mastering the framework. And the framework starts with making an inventory of what we have, what are the problems that our ideal clients have. Just making a list. Just dump it. All the problems that our clients have, and then the solutions that we can offer. And then later on, we're going to start putting that together. Sometimes we use little sticky notes. I have one of my clients, this was her sitting on the floor, with her sticky notes. Okay. So sticky notes. And basically what we did, we just did a brain dump on all the different problems and sticky notes. We put them all over the place, and then we started organizing them and then creating her program. She now has an academy. It's extremely successful. We'll talk about her tomorrow. And actually, we're helping a lot of people because of that. So anyhow, I'm happy to be here today sharing this. Stay tuned, join the group, go to Facebook and look for it. Type on the little left thing that you have, just search for Reboot Your Economy. You're going to find the group. Go ahead, ask to join the group in Facebook, and we will see you there, because tomorrow we're going to continue this trend, and we're going to build. By the end of the week, we're going to have your course or coaching program. You're going to have the map to get it all done. So we end with that. That's all I got for today. Do the homework, get your points. We'll see you